Hi guys, this is Dmitro, your English tutor. In this short lesson, we will practice on the very funny task, funny I mean quote unquote, funny task in Duolingo, which is called interactive listening, along with its interactive listening summary. Basically, I'm doing it for the sake of the summary, not so much for the sake of like this, but for the summary. But in order to get the background, in order to understand and embrace the concept of the summary, we have to do these multiple choices. So this task has been borrowed from a real Duolingo test. The authors of this invaluable resource refer to it as a hard level, so we will see. Usually I'm a bit skeptical about the division of those tasks into medium and hard, because so I clearly see sometimes that this one may seem to you easy, while to another guy, even the easy task on this website may seem very, very sophisticated. So it's very, very relative and unclear. Okay, but it doesn't matter. So, if you're new to Duolingo, you're only beginning your path to success. So let me tell you just 2 words about this task. You will read the preface. This is like an intro. You should read it fast, cause the timer is flapping. Yes, the seconds are flying. Then you proceed to the multiple choice. You either start a conversation with a friend or a professor, or she starts a conversation and you will react. It doesn't matter. Anyway, you will have to select the most appropriate phrase to react to the previous utterance. So, or you start the conversation with the first utterance. Then after, let's say, 6 sometimes or 7 of such interactions, of such phrases, you will have to write a summary of what you have read and heard in 75 seconds. I think, honestly, this is probably the most challenging task in the whole Duolingo test. If you don't agree with me, write please in the comments. Probably you have your own challenging task, but based upon my experience, I think I see that for the most guys, especially those who have not been tutored by a normal tutor or something, they write such a, I'm sorry, gibberish in the summary that it's, of course they get very low score and it spoils all their Duolingo overall picture. So we will now quickly write something normal. I never practice these tasks in advance to be authentic, to be real. You see, it's not interesting for you to, if I provide, now we do this, and then I provide 2 or 3 already ready sentences. Yes, it's this fake, I hate it. Yes, it will not give you any good, because it's unreal. I wanna be real with you. So let us read together and listen to the phrases and select. Even if we make 1 or 2 mistakes, it's not a big deal. I tell you, 1 mistake something. Very often we can make mistakes out of anxiety, and it's okay. I'm sure the pinnacle of this is your summary, which will be below. We will see what we can do. Okay, you will participate in a conversation about the scenario below. This is a standard phrase. Okay, and we read this. You are currently studying political science in your final year of college. When you're reading, try to catch the key phrases, yes, the message of this, language and meta language, because they are trying to provide here a lot of these short words in order to make your brain, in order to make your mind twist. You're currently studying political science in your final year of college, okay, and you're trying to decide if you should apply to graduate school programs, should apply to graduate or not. You're a final year student. What are you studying? Political science. Whether apply or not apply. You go to your advisor, a key point here advisor, who is in the political science department, and ask for their opinion. So the message of this is that you cannot decide whether to apply for a doctorate, for graduate or not, and you go to your advisor to ask their advice. Okay, very nice. So let's start. You know what? The question is that based on this intro, you can write your first beautiful sentence in your summary, paraphrasing all this stuff. So the first sentence of your summary, you can write not even reading or listening to this stuff. So just read it carefully and try to retain it in your mind for later. So, okay, hello, I wanted to ask you, see, here we start a conversation. It's clear because hello, good morning. Hey, I wanted to talk. So, hello, I wanted to ask you a few questions about our last assignment. Gosh, yes, because you have gone to ask for a consultation about probable graded programs. Yeah? Good morning. I wanted to ask for your opinion on something. It can be, but not for sure. We just tick and then we go on. Hi, I wanted to talk to you about my research. No research is here. Hi, professor. I've been meaning to ask you about your paper. No, professor's paper is not. So I think it's clearly this one. I'm sure of that 100%. Yes. If I were wrong, there would be here something red and so on. Okay, we listen now to the professor's reaction.
Sure. What is it?
Yeah, the professor is concise. Yeah, sure, what is it? Okay, let's click next. In this resource, we see the scenario of professor's words, but in the real Duolingo, you will not see it. This phrase is very short. It's easy to keep it, yes, in mind and so on. But sometimes you will see the phrases can be like 2 lines. It's okay. We are not afraid. But you see here, like, sure, what is it? And we have 4 long things to select from. And it's really... On the other hand, if you treat it properly, it's not a big deal. For example, just look at it. Hi, professor. Yeah, it's ridiculous. I'm already talking to my advisor, so what? So this we discard. I wanted to ask for your advice about something. I've been offered a job after graduation working as a software engineer. You see? It's gibberish. No, so we discard this. Okay, I just found out about this great opportunity that I really want to apply for. But I'm not sure if I get it because I don't have much experience. Again, it's about job. I was hoping you could help me decide whether to apply for it. No, I don't think because there is nothing about graduate programs. Yes, it's just great opportunity. They don't state job opportunity, so we can check it. But remember, it's very dubious. So I'm trying to decide if I should go abroad or not. Gibberish, yes, nothing here. I've been thinking about going to graduate school, but I'm not sure if it's the right decision. So 99% it is already. I wanted to know if you think it would be worth it for me to apply to programs. Yes, in this case I was going from the bottom to the top, yes, but in reality I would be going from downwards, so it would be the first one, and I would clearly feel that it's okay. So, okay, I think you agree with me. Yeah? So let's see. Yeah, we are correct. Let's listen to the reaction.
Would you want to continue your studies in political science?
I think you understand. Yeah, would you want to continue your studies in political science? So what should we say? Yes, there is no other field I would be interested in. Probably. But just in case, please always look through all the variants. Even if you are 101% sure, there may be a catch and you will have problems. I attended an interesting lecture. No? What lecture? I haven't taken political classes yet. Idiocy, because he is in political. Yes, I've been interested in civil engineering. Idiocy? No, that sounds like a bad idea. You should try another option. We are not recommending or commanding or... Yes, so this is very... You see, piece of cake, yes? Sometimes the guys are afraid. If they feel that it's too easy, then they get afraid that, oh my god, there is a catch. The catch is in the simplicity of this. It's sometimes so primitive that an academic or trained mind just falls apart out of this primitivism. Okay, so yes, we are correct. Let's listen.
Have you done any research on graduate programs yet?
Have you done any research on graduate programs yet? So I think you understand. Yeah, nothing special. So what do we... yeah, I've looked into it and there are some options, but most of them require a doctorate degree. No, because it's nothing about... we're talking about studies, not about jobs or something. So studies cannot require a doctoral degree. Yeah, I've been told that a lot, but I'm not sure if it's what I want to do. He's asking about research. I've been told that a lot. No. I'm not really sure. You see, almost at once I see it's not that because he's asking me directly, have you done any research? I'm not sure. So are you out of this world or what? I'm interested both. Yes, but the problem is there are so many different fields that I'm interested in. Maybe, yeah. So I have done some research on graduate programs, but there are so many different fields of those programs that I cannot decide. Okay, yeah, I've looked at a few programs. I'm not sure if I'm ready for that kind of commitment. Commitment, you see, no, I think it's out of context because he's just asking about the research about the programs. So I think it is this number 4. Let's check. No, you see, my friends, I'm wrong. But why? Just a moment, let me see. Yeah, but the problem is there are so many different fields that I'm sorry, yeah, he's not interested in many different fields. Yes, problem tired today already. He's interested in political science. Yes, yes, so you see. I've made such a mistake. Yeah, I've looked at a few programs. I'm just not sure if I'm ready for that kind of commitment, you see. Yes, sometimes, honestly, if to criticize it thoroughly, it's like not a very good either, because why commitment? Yes, yeah, okay, let it be. So I'm not scared of my mistakes or ashamed of that. Anybody can make a mistake. Let's listen to what advisor is going to say.
It is a big commitment and it's not for everyone. But I know you're really passionate about political science and you want to pursue a career in that field, so I think it would be worth your while.
Okay, it's a big commitment. Not for everyone, but the advisor knows that this guy is very serious and he wants to pursue a career in that field. So it would be worth your while. It's for him or her. It's another story about him, her, but let's. It's, I think, the pre-last phrase, because it's not like thank you. See, there is no thank you, goodbye, something like that. So we will have, I think, most probably two yet. Yeah, I guess you're right. It will definitely help me to get closer to my goal of working in an international organization. Political science, and maybe yes, but I don't know. Get a job, probably. No, you see, the reaction grammatically is incorrect. I never thought of it that way. Do you really think they will be willing to reconsider? Again, it's a distractor because they, who they. So number 2, number 3, and number 1, no. Let's go on. We have only 2 left. It might be good to consider working a job before making a decision. You'll always have time to change your mind. It's like a recommendation again, yes? Well, I love learning about different cultures and languages, so maybe something like international relations or whatever. No. Aha, you see, friends, so not so easy here. Just let's return. The professor told us it is a big commitment and that it is for me. Let's say, okay, I'm the hero, the protagonist, yeah? It is for me. He made a compliment to me, and it's not a question. It's I am free to continue here as I like, and this is the difficulty. Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, it would definitely help me get closer to my goal of working for an international organization. I think that honestly only this looks normal. But I don't know kind of a job science. My degree is just in general studies right now. Get the no, 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 no. They will no, 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 no. It might be good to consider working a job before. In theory, I think this can also be like he's speculating whether to work before pursuing a degree or not. Like either the first one or the fourth one. Yes. Again, let's look again. Yeah, I guess you're right. This phrase, I guess you're right, it's not very extremely polite to a professor, yeah, but it would definitely help me to get closer to my goal. It might be good to consider working a job before making a decision. You always have time to change your mind. So let's take this one. If there is a mistake, like this one, so yeah, you see again a mistake. Yeah, I guess so. This phrase, I guess you're right. I thought that maybe speaking to your advisor, like, I guess you're right. Okay, let it be. Instead of saying like, yeah, it's a thank you for such an advice. Yes, he says, I guess you're right. Let it be. Let it be. Okay. But you see, friends, it's not because these mistakes are not because of my English or something. It's because Duolingo sometimes provides such phrases to mislead us. Of course, it's their job. And the authors of this site say that it's a hard level task. Okay, let's listen. Oh my god, I clicked the wrong. Okay, let it be. So let's read what the professor reacted. Exactly. So he said, it will definitely help me get closer to my goal of working for an international organization. Exactly. A graduate education is important for career advancement in international affairs. International affairs. You can also simultaneously apply for jobs right now. And then if you get any offers, think about whether you want to work for a few years before going back to school for a graduate degree. You can also simultaneously apply for jobs right now, and then if you get offers, think about whether you want to work or not before going to school. A very clever decision. Okay, so here it says thanks for your advice. See you there. So it's the last phrase of ours. So it's not a question again, you see. So it's more difficult. If a professor asked for something, it is always simpler to, it's easier to select because You need a reaction. Yes, here there is another type of reaction. It's like a continuation of discourse. Okay, thank you for clarifying. I should be able to finish my assignment now. No assignments. Yeah, thanks. Your turn. What's the next question? Yes, you speak to your advisor like that, not very polite. That makes sense. Thank you for the advice. Okay. Okay, sounds good. See you there. No. Wish me luck. I'll let you know whether. I think it's only. This is a simple one. Yes, the task is complete, and now we will write a summary with you. So here is one example of a summary by one guy. I asked my advisor in the political science department for my graduate program. He suggested that it is a worth try. It is a worth try. I don't think that grammatically it's ideal. If I have a commitment to it, I agreed with his great advice. You see, guys, what I want to tell you. The problem with this is I don't like this ending. I agreed with this great advice. It's like faceless, you see, colorless. It's like a tag which you can attach to most of conversations here, but you will not get a high score for this because I agreed. He suggested that it is well. So let's try to. Okay, I recommend you to produce at least 2 sentences, probably 3, but to produce 3 you have to type very fast, and not only type, you have to realize what you're typing. So 2 sentences, probably 1 is too little, but 2 are okay. In the first one, I recommend you to place a problem or a challenge or a situation. Yeah, usually there is some problem. You see here the guy cannot decide whether to apply, whether to pursue his graduate, yes, or postgraduate or not. By the way, I forgot graduate or postgraduate. Let it be graduate. It doesn't matter much, I think. So he cannot decide. This is the problem. We have to rephrase the intro. You remember I told you? In the second sentence, we have to summarize the whole conversation. So to write like he asked his advice, like for with his advisor or something, it's a risk because you lose your precious time on this. You will have to sacrifice other interesting and clever thoughts. So that's why I would not write. So I asked my advisor for advice because it's okay, but it's nothing. You see, it's uninteresting. And so instead, we have to look at the situation more from a global vantage point, like from the bird's fly. Yes, overall, what happened? The professor recommended. Of course, deciding whether you agree to provide this huge commitment, yes, and also more technically to apply for several jobs, and then depending on the feedback to decide whether if there are some nice brilliant opportunities to work and earn some money and some experience, then go and work for 1 year or 2 years. If you don't like and it's already time to apply for your master's, for this graduate, then don't go to any jobs, just go directly and pursue your graduate degree. Yeah, so we have to comprise it within one sentence. How to do that? I don't know how to do that. I'm joking, it will be along the way. So let's start. So a student or the student, some guys like writing I have a problem. I don't know, so there is no surefire way. I prefer like a student to start normal. A student in the past tense had I mean had, no, not had, but in the not have but had, something like that, because I think it already took place. So why should we retell it like a series, like the young people series, they provide in those intros such as sequels and no. A student, I'm not looking now at the preface. So if I repeat some words, it's okay. The student could not decide whether to pursue his or her, we don't know, so we write there graduate degree immediately, or something like that, after their graduation. Yeah. In theory, I have already spent on it like 25 seconds or something, and we have the time for the normal good sentence. Their advisor. Here we have advised, recommended, suggested. So if we write suggested, I like gerund after suggested, applying. we are writing about the technical advice, because if we go with the commitment, I think we will not have any time to write about this. Applying for several jobs and later, depending on the feedback, taking a decision. No, deciding we have already. So I think we will have to reproduce our decide. This one is, I don't like repeating words, but the advisor suggested applying for several jobs and later, depending on the feedback, deciding. No, we will not. Pursuing. No, pursuing we have already. Yes, applying. So you see, I have exhausted here all basic 3 words, so I will have to reproduce something. Okay, let's say going for the jobs or pursuing. So we have to, because or pursuing a degree. So probably, also it's because I'm commenting and I'm jumping in my thoughts here, there. So a student cannot decide whether to pursue their graduate degree immediately after their graduation. Their advisor suggested applying for several jobs and later, depending on the feedback, going for the jobs or pursuing a degree. Yes, it sounds, of course, a bit like naive and primitive, this. So, but if you are producing it in 70 seconds, I'm sure if you do like this, you will get a high normal grade. I don't know what, maybe 120, 130. I think not lower than 120. Otherwise, what do they want from us? Like for 130 or 40? Like a masterpiece by Charles Dickens? No, I don't think so. You have to. So this is a good. Let's read it. I asked my advisor in the political science department for my graduate program. It's okay, but see, no, not for about, and this does not reveal the question. Yes, the specify what the problem was. Yes, he suggested that it is worth it. It is a worth try if I have a commitment to it. Yes, okay, if I have a commitment, okay, but the technical aspect like this is not. Although it can be argued that, for instance, I want to stick to a more global philosophical aspect than to technical. Yes, I agree. So it's your business. I agreed with his great advice. So you think, please, which one you favor, and of course, you better please sit down and write your own, of course, in 75 seconds. Then you put it into some text editor or those special applications which check your spelling and grammar. You will find some mistakes. And if you do it several times, I promise you, your writing of those summaries, your result will be better, it's for sure. Okay, friends, so this has been like a long video. I didn't want to make it so long. If you need urgent assistance in Duolingo preparation, please, you're welcome to contact me. I always leave my WhatsApp in the video and in the description to this video. Please, mind you, I'm working as a tutor. I don't provide just for free for nothing like tips, patterns, templates. So please don't write those stupid emails to me. Or if you need a tutor and you can pay some money for it, you're welcome. I will help you even in a couple of weeks. If you don't then I don't understand how are you going to study abroad several years if you don't have a couple $100 for a good tutor. But anyway, I wish you success and see you in our next lessons.